look, you've done running and platforming as a plumber with Mario. With Donkey Kong Country, you've done running and platforming as a monkey. Mega Man, you've been running around platforming as a robot. But have you ever done running around and platforming as the anthropomorphic Dot from a 7-Up ad? I didn't think so. So what are you looking at right now? You're like, I'm very confused. Yes, this is Cool Spot. It is a game where you are the red dot from, like, the 7-Up logo. And the story is you have to go and rescue all your red dot friends who have been captured by someone or something. I don't know. That's really all the story there is to it. Your buddies have been captured. Go rescue them. The end. And, oh, I should probably see what the options are. No, don't do that. We're not ready to start. I gotta look at these options. Difficulty. No, yeah, okay, that's fine. The thing about this is, I've been very excited to actually play this game on stream, and I never really did and I haven't played it up until now. And I just thought, now's a good time to do it. We just finished the Lost Worlds ROM hack with Donkey Kong Country, so before I get into anything that also is gonna take a long time, I figured I'd do this, because it'll be probably 1 or 2 streams most, maybe. I don't recall it being that long. Because it's just sort of a platforming thing, and I mean, yeah, rescue the peep, you can see the thing on the screen. Rescue the people, get the dots, blah, 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 blah. I haven't played in a while, so we'll see how well this goes. But yeah, I've been very interested to show this off. Because it's not exactly a game that most people know. Like, you know, you think like, tell me about a Super Nintendo game, like, yeah, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, you know, Final Fantasy, whatever. But most people aren't gonna be like, oh yeah, Cool Spot. Now, beyond that, like, and you know, it's not just like you probably haven't played it, like most people probably haven't even heard of this game. Because, you know, even if you're like, well, you know, I never played Chrono Trigger, but I've heard so much about it, or, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you should really play it because it's a great game. But the point is that, oh no, will that bubble come back? Oh, well, okay. Whew. We're just gonna go and get all the stuff on the top, and then we'll go and get the stuff on the bottom. Yeah, so you can look at the top counter. The cool 27%, 28%. You know, it said we had to get 60 of these so we could rescue our buddy, who is, you know, gonna be at the end of the level up here. And I'm just doing all, you know, right here, but we're only cool 37%, so we can't open that now. Yeah, but yeah, so, you know, you run, you jump, and you can shoot the carbonated bubbles. And that's, you know, there's your controls. There's nothing else to it. What else do I need to talk about the game itself before I forget if that's an extra life or a health or what? Maybe it's just cool points. I'm still at 3 lives. I think that was just cool points or whatever. As I said, it's been a long time. Oh, I forgot though that you do get 8 directional. Like, you know, you can. It's not just left and right, and it's not even just up and down, but you can do diagonal too. So, you know, Super Castlevania, eat your heart out. Super Castlevania's whip with the 8 direction is still the king of attack controls. But I forgot that it was that involved. But yeah. You're like, okay, so this game is kind of goofy. Like, yeah, I heard this little guy going, woo, woo, yeah, and like, we're fighting crabs and shooting off their shells into their boxers, and like, okay, that's funny, I guess, sure. Why are you so excited to show this game? Because it's very interesting, I guess is the word I'd use, what it is, and kind of what it means. Like, not in what it is, like, it's a platformer that's a little silly. You know, it started with, you know, surfer rock intro music and... But, what am I trying to get at? I'm actually I'm so involved in the gameplay, man. Like I say, we're at 60% cool. We can open up the cage now, but... Yeah, the 7-Up gave you surprise 7% thing. But I guess, okay, what I'm trying to say before I keep getting distracted, well, I'm talking about, like, the 7-Up thing. This game is clearly, like, to no one's great surprise, just blatant advertising. Like, it's a game where you are literally playing as a 7-Up logo, collecting more 7-Up logos, getting, like, 7-Up bottles, and, like, 7-Up little things being like, 7-Up and stuff. But what's interesting about it is it's a fun game, as you'll see as I keep playing. And it's not the, easiest game. But it's, it's decently complicated for a platformer. It's fun. Again, like, okay, we could go and beat the level now, but we're only at 82%. It's like, we have a time limit, but we can, like, look around for more collecting stuff. So, like, it's interesting. And it just sort of makes me compare, like, nowadays what you think of, like, when you hear, like, shovelware type game versus, like, what shovelware, sort of was back then. Like, what's the book even say? Cheat codes! Oh, I could use that. That's like... Oh, there's some stuff right there. Okay. I don't know, like, it's interesting that, like, back then... Well, I say this with a grain of salt, like, even a goofy game where they're like, you know what, we're gonna make a game for the 7-Up, like, soda pop. And yet they actually make a good game. Whereas, like, now you think about it, like, if someone is like, we're gonna make a game for, like, a brand of something, it would just be, bad. I got enough to go to the bonus level. Cool. I like bonus levels. 90%? Are we cool enough? 90% cool? Maybe the last 10% is rescuing our buddy. So I should get up there before we run out of time. Come on, how do we... Alright, from here, I guess. But yeah, so that's the one thing, is that it's just very interesting that, like, even in this sort of, like, throwaway... Oh, I have to shoot it open, I can't just touch it. Ugh. But this game is so demanding. But yeah... I can't do it, it's too hard. You've heard of Dark Souls hard, but have you heard of Cool Spot hard? But anyway, I keep losing my train of thought, but that's, the one thing the point I was trying to make is that it's just interesting that even in, like, a blatant advertising game like this, they still make a good game, not just, like, garbage. Hi, guys, how you doing? Unused time bonus, woo! Coolness bonus. All right, it is very 90s, just everything about this, just, the fact that he's just like, as he just waits, I don't know, it's just very 90s. Also, before I get into anything else, I love this bonus room. It's so good. Back when corporations made decent fun games. Exactly, well, it's not a corporation's game. It was made by Virgin, which, depending on where you are in the world, means one of two things. If you're in America, they were most known for doing all the Disney games, which I will get to. Oh, I want it. I want that. Yeah. Yeah, we got it. You. For those of you who also don't really know what's going on, oh, it's up there. Okay. What you're getting in these bonus levels is you have to, like, you'll play bonus level 1 and you can get the U at the top, and then the next one you can get the N, and what you're doing is you're getting the letters to spell Uncola, which was, I guess, 7-Up's slogan at the time. Because, it's, a lemon lime, it's an Uncola type of thing. So. That's what you're doing. But there are your continues in this game. But yeah, so at any rate, yeah, this was made by Virgin, which, if you are, as I said, American, you know it because of all the Disney games, which I will do. Especially, I'd say, Lion King and Aladdin. Both very good, and in the case of Lion King, known for being, like, notoriously hard. But still, good games. If you're in Europe, you know them as a publisher because they published, like, a gajillion things. They're the ones that brought, like, Earthworm Jim to Europe. They did, I believe, like, Resident Evil 1 and 2. Yeah, basically, Virgin in Europe was mainly a publisher, rather than it being their own games. They just published all the other stuff that other people did. But they brought a lot of games to the European market back in the day. But yeah, so it's not like, as I said, it isn't just some random corporation making game. It is Virgin, who, they were very good. Besides the Disney games, they did, I believe, they did a lot of tie-in stuff to, like, RoboCop and Terminator. For the Super Nintendo. Oh, I missed. It's got 100%. Again, very 90s, like the alarm clock going off and just taking a big... Very 90s. Yeah, I know you've said that already, yes, but I can't say it enough, because... Yeah, 1% more, and I could have had that one-up. But yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to do for, like, an intro, but, you know, I'm still playing it, right? You know, so it's fun because it's, like, the shovelware that, you know, they had back in the day is this, rather than, you know, the actual shovelware. Like, they make a fun game. Because, like, as you can see, like, yeah, I've only done one level, but, like, and yes, it is definitely very, like, you know, goofy and, you know, I don't know if camp is exactly the right word, but again, it's I don't know if dated, maybe. You know, it is what it is. But at the same time, like, I haven't played this game in I do not know how many decades. I mean, at least 2. But maybe 3. But even now, like, I'm like, yeah, this is like a fun game, a good game. And what's really interesting about that is how it shows, like, if you know what you're doing, you can even take, like, the most ridiculous stuff and still make something fun out of it. Because what I'd say is, compare it to when we did Addams Family on this very channel. And you're like, I'd rather not think about Addams Family anymore. I'm like, that's exactly the point. Because, like, Addams Family, all right, beloved, you know, TV show, beloved movie. I don't think as many people knew about the comics, but it, you know, came from comics. It was comics, then TV show, then movies. But, like, there you go. Beloved, you know, series. Beloved franchise. And yet the game itself, not very good. Yeah, that is exactly it, Chad. They aren't taking it seriously, but they take the concept seriously. That is the best way, I think, to describe it. And it's like, it's interesting to just see. Also, wow, this is a very slow-moving level. I'm only at 22%. Where's the secret? There's the secret. So, oh, I got an extra life in there. All right. I don't know if that's from points or if there was an extra life item or what, but I'll take it. Because yeah, there's no saving or anything. It's just you play, and if you run out of lives, you're done unless you get the continue. So I'll take extra lives. But yeah, going back to the Addams Family stuff, like, that was a, you know, a game where you're like, oh boy, playing is like the Addams, and like, it's, you know, goofy and like dark comic, and it seems like it could be really fun. And then the game itself was just kind of the. Whereas this game, if someone's like, hey, do you want to play like a game where you're like a corporation's mascot? And you're like, not really. No, I'm already sick of our corporate overlords enough as it is. And yet, it's a good game. And, like, I don't know, like, I kind of think it makes it better that it's just so blatant about everything, rather than, like, you know, it's not like there's someone, like, in the background being like, oh, yeah, so, like, what a good day saving the world. I saved the princess. I'm a cool down with a 7-Up type of thing, like, you know, No, they're just like, here is our logo, and you collect 7-Up bottles, and... Yeah, Addams Family, they took themselves more seriously than the game took it. Yeah, that is a good point. Granted, it's also, you know, based on who's doing it, because, as I said, this was done by Virgin, which, you know, they kind of knew what they were doing. Would be the other way to put it. And again, as I said with Addams Family, some of the stuff is also, you know, it's maybe at the time they wanted to try something different from, like, Mario or whatever. And it just, you know, that didn't work out. And it's like, we're going to do something different. And then it turns out the reason why people don't do that is because it's not fun. Whereas this one's just like, we're going to do standard platforming behavior. And so it holds up well because it's standard. I'd say it depends on which Addams Family. If you're doing, like, comics versus show versus movie. I don't know that all the Addams Family I'd consider zany. Some of it's just sort of, like, more subdued dark comedy. Knots in the ropes. But yeah, so that, I mean, has been the long way. It's taken 2 levels and a bonus level to cover, but that's why I've been excited to do this game. Because I just find it very interesting on, like, what makes a good game. And how you can have, say, a good concept and have a bad game, like Addams Family, or you can have a, frankly, baffling concept like this and still make a good platformer out of it. Now, and when I say good platformer, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, I've never played a Super Nintendo game. Which platformer should I play? Like, yes, play Super Mario World, play Donkey Kong Country, like, you know, play Mega Man X. There are better platformers than this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is, like, the best platformer ever, but, was that gonna hurt me? Maybe. I'm gonna jump over just in case. But, like, if you're looking for something off the beaten path, this is, you're not gonna go wrong playing this game. And if I recall, as again, you know, it's been, what, 2 decades at least, if not 3. It gets pretty hard towards the end. Like, right now, I'm, like, trying to collect, you know, like, collect all the bonuses, get 100%, or, you know, as close as you can each level. That definitely is gonna go out the window, and we're gonna definitely be like, oh, gotta go. Because, like, as I said, like, I've beaten this game before, but... Alright, so that's where we were. Go this way. But it's been so long, I really don't remember anything about it. Other than, I mean, the premise. And as I said, the bonus level, because even to this day... That bonus level is one of my favorite. That it's just, like, this bouncing around, collect-a-thon. You just collect stuff until the time runs out. But also just, I don't know, the concept as a kid just... I was enamored with, like, being inside. I don't know if you're in a bottle or a can, but, like, just, like, you're inside the thing, and it's, like, got the green tint of the probably, I guess, bottle, because if it was a can, it'd just be aluminum. Or aluminium, for all you European viewers. And I don't know, I just, like, that sort of, like, just weird, like, you're in this, like, odd space. Like, I mean, people like, you know, things like the back rooms because you're in this weird liminal space and stuff. Like, you know, I like this bonus thing because you're in a weird liminal space of inside a 7-Up bottle. I don't know. I just personally think it's interesting and fun. But that's really all I remember, like, level-wise about the game. So, you know, how well I do at this, I don't know. We'll see. Ow. Ooh, I'll take extra time, yeah. Also, I think it is very cute, the health bar is just you peeling off, like, as a sticker. Get out of the way, you. Ow, like that, you know. Ow, man, stop. Okay, it's not as funny when I'm dying, though. Hi. I'm not sure how you're surviving in that very thin amount of water, but let me clear it up for you, buddy. Let me throw some carbonation your way. Like, no, I don't think fish like carbonation. Well, fish also don't like being in, like, a millimeter high amount of water either, and you didn't seem to care about that, so... Frankly, I think it's you who's drawing the line at a weird place. That's a very satisfying sound as well. Like, enemies exploding, making that, like, brrr. Okay, so that's health. It is health. Good to know. Yeah, that's a good sound, like, thunk. Good sound. Very, very good sound effects in this game. Bonus level. So 85% seems like it's the... Was it 80 or 85 last one? I don't know if it goes, like, up each time, or... I don't know. You like his very 90s swagger as he struts? Yeah, it's just... I don't know, like... This is just very 90s in a way that, like... If you weren't around in the 90s, or if you're too young to remember, like... You'd just be like, I don't get it. Whereas if you were... In the 90s, you're like, yep, I get it. It's just sort of like that swagger of being super cool, for things that aren't necessarily cool, like, because everything had to be cool. But then, like, I don't think the sound chip, and you're like, well, yeah, it's a Super Nintendo using a 16-bit thing. No, because, like, I wouldn't say, like, the Super Mario World sound is 90s. Like, yes, it, you know, was in the 90s, and it's a Super Nintendo sound set. But, like, you don't hear Super Mario and think, oh, that music, that sound effects, those are so 90s. Like, no. You hear this, and you're like, that's the 90s. Yep. Why can I not make that jump? Also, where did I miss 2 dots? Well, whatever. We're not 100%ing this, sorry. Like, no, I need the cool spot 100% run. If he had pants, they'd be big, baggy, and saggy. They would be. He'd be wearing, if he had pants, he'd be wearing JNCOs. Yeah, maybe that'd be, I don't remember what year this came out. That might be a little later. Coolness bonus. Yeah, here's the, like, this bonus level, it's my favorite of, like, any bonuses ever. Because, like, just look at it, like, you're in this bottle, and it's all green and bubbly, and, yeah, it's just, I like it. Also, I mean, before I knew that I really like, you know, like, techno and stuff, you got, like, this trance mute, like, dance trance in the background, like, you know, so there's that for it, too, that it's, like, you know, it's, like, it's super just fun, because, like, it's not, I mean, like, yes, as you saw, like, it's hard to get, say, like, 100% on stuff, like, I couldn't even do it. There we go, we got the N, so that's the important bit. But it's not, you know, I don't know, it's not stressful the same way that, say, like, you know, getting the Chaos Emeralds in, well, especially the first Sonic game, but those were hard. But even, like, Sonic 2, doing, like, the pipes and stuff, the half pipes, like, those are fun, but at the same time, you're like, oh, if I'm gonna miss something, and then you're, like, super nervous, and it's, like, sort of anxiety, whereas this is just, like, a nice, relaxing bonus level. You're just, you know, you're bouncing around on trampoline bubbles, having a good time. Like, what is not to love about this? And you're like, well, I have diabetes, all this sugar. Like, yeah, shut up. I wasn't asking. Like, no, you literally asked me. Shut up. You know what I'm saying. All right, now, if I were 8%, where would I be? Well, there's 1. Huh. I don't think that we spend our remaining, like, 10 seconds trying to get that 1%. Ah, there it is. I see it up there. I don't know that I can make that. Nope, especially not if I fall. I can't. That, I can't make that one either. Whatever. Smash. Bomp. We did it. Off the wall. Come on, I mean, how cool is that? We're off the wall, man. I actually remember this, too. That, I think, hurts you. But I'm gonna check it. Yep, it hurts. Who would have guessed jumping in barbed wire would hurt? I do actually remember this level. Vaguely. Like, I mean, I don't, you know, again, like, I don't know where, you go left, you go up, down. Like, I don't remember any of that, no, but I remember this setup of, like, being in this, like, dimly lit, like, between the walls, you know, like, under the foundation type of setup. Okay. Ow, well, so much for jumping carefully. Now, is this gonna hurt, or is this gonna, like, send me flying? Both, probably. I love those mice in there. Look at that guy. I know it's a little dark because it's already dim, and pausing it dims it even more, but look at that guy in his cute little pajamas. Like, I just came out of your Small Saga stream. What are you doing? I'm trying to nap. Throwing some cheese at you. Say, what would Verm say? He'd probably be like, I don't care, it's not my business. Fair point. Also, unrelated to, you know, cool, you know, product placement or 90s or anything like that. It's just... So they want me to go left, so clearly I'm gonna go right. We know how video games work. But yeah. This game, just in terms of playing stuff, so good. So besides the fact that I said, like, you know, it's very basic controls that stand, you know, it's not like Addams Family where you're like, oh, this. You know, it plays well, even now in 2024. But besides that, you know, as I said, one thing that I'm already impressed with is the 8-directional, like, using the D-pad to its full potential, that it's not just left-right, or even not just left-right, up-down, but you can do diagonals. That's cool. But besides all that, let's... Boing! Ow. It was fun, but it hurt. They know what's up. Look at that. I can shoot through walls. They know exactly what's up with their game. Like, because how many games are just like, yeah, when you shoot, your projectile hits the wall and stops. And no one likes that. That's boring. People want to be able to shoot enemies through walls and be like, ah, I see you up there. Bah, shoot. Like, see, that's fun. That's good game design. Well, it's part of the difficulty that, you know, let me shoot through walls. It's fine. And there's no limit to how much you can have on screen. Look at that. I can just spam this attack. Like, just in terms of game design, this is great. No, get away, spider. Like, I'm not exactly sure why a anthropomorphic red dot from a label has to worry about spiders, but, you know. Ours is not to question why. Because it's obvious. It's a spider, and you're in a 90s game. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'm sorry I was overthinking this. You're right. It is a spider, and I'm in the 90s, so of course it's going to be an enemy that hurts. Maybe it doesn't hurt. Maybe you just don't like, you know, like all the little spindly legs. It does emotional damage to Spot. Yeah, there's hidden stuff back there. I mean, and that's sort of also like a fun, but not fun, but just good design that like yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I was collecting dots, spots, whatever they are, the red things, behind that pipe. Which, you know, normally if you're trying to collect, you know, like when I was talking about, like, you know, with the Donkey Kong Country 2 stuff, just lost level things I was doing, and how some of them are like, oh, there's a bonus level hidden here that you have no way of knowing. Like, that's bad design. This, it's less, you know, because you don't need 100%. I think it's fine that there's stuff like that. Huh, what killed me? Must have been a spider I didn't see. You've heard of off-screen thwomps, but what about off-screen spiders? I was saying something before I got killed very suddenly without knowing what happened. Ow. Oh, right, design, the stuff behind it. That's what I was going. That it is a sort of fun, like, it's a fun, like, collecty thing. And it's like, but they can hide stuff in spots like that because you don't need 100%. Like, there's nothing like, oh, well, you didn't get all the bonuses, so you can't get to the secret level or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's just, ow, and yes, there are spiders right there. The spiders hurt you because you look like a pepperoni, and spiders obviously eat pepperoni. I'll take it. I mean, it makes as much sense as Cool Spot's dot friends were kidnapped by, I don't even know if it says who. Just they were kidnapped by, you know, the bad guy. Like, which bad guy? You know, the bad one. Oh yeah, those guys. Yeah. I hate those bad guys, man. They're so bad. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, maybe, like, presumably the manual had more information, but that is one. I miss the Super Nintendo manual days. You get, like, a full fleshed out story on even a game like this. Ugh. Well, would I do that? Because I still think those will hurt if you get snapped by them, because why wouldn't they? Find the cage! The Luke Cage? No. The Nicolas Cage? No. I think the cage is Yeah, something tells, I don't know what, but I've got my gamer instincts are just aligning with the game. I think the cage is down. I don't know why I think that. Just, man, whoa, secret up there, you say? Yeah, so again, it's 60%. I wonder if that's just because it's normal. If the difficulty changes what you need to get percentage-wise or not. Or if it's just, you know, how much damage you take, how many lives you start with. I don't know. I don't really care to find out. It's just a passing curiosity. Yeah, again, like, it doesn't matter. First level, third level, they're just like, get 60%. All right, that's good enough. You can beat the level. And then if you want to get more, you know, get 80% for a bonus level. Get 100% to, like, give yourself a pat on the back and be like, hooray, I did it. Do I? Yeah, okay, so we'll come back that way. Oh, I thought there was a way to go down here. Well, I was wrong. Oh, just hear that 16-bit slap bass, which I don't know that you... Let me turn it up for you now. I realized, I guess it was kind of low for you guys before, but the intro screen was so loud, I had to turn it down. Huh, so how do you get over there? Well, whatever. Maybe we're just not cool enough to know, or maybe we go this way. There, I've turned up the music so you can hear that the 16-bit slap bass because everyone needs to hear that in their life. Spidos. Spido named Fido. Okay, if I get hit like once, I die, so let's try not to do that. Probably doesn't make sense risking life and limb just to get like 2 things for 100%ing, but what can I say? I'm stupid. Alright. So 4% more, and we should get another bonus. We'll see if it was 80 and then 85, or if it really is just 85 each time. Oh, wait. I'm at a checkpoint? Huh. Yeah, 85, alright. Completion has got to complete. Hey, I mean, I didn't 100% any of the levels so far. But you're not wrong. See, and that's what makes this game great, is because, like, if there was a thing for 100%ing, I'd probably not like this game as much as I do. Because, like, finding every single one of these little things would be really annoying, but when you don't need to, when it's just like, all right, 60 to beat the level, 85 to, you know, get your bonus. It's fine. Whoa, I nearly got sniped by a mouse. I'd say, like, I wasn't expecting to say that this morning. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but as I said, I did just finish Small Saga, so it's not, like, the weirdest thing I would have thought. I like how he gets up so happily. It's not, you know, like the continue where they're like, ugh, stand up, I gotta keep fighting. He's like, ugh, I died. Damn great. Alright, well, I lost a life, but we'll get another one up here, so... Exactly. Oh, my. You know, look. I might just be a little red dot. But, you know, take it from me. Sir, I think you really need to call an exterminator. Like, you've got a lot of mice and spiders in your walls or under your deck or wherever this is. Like, look, I know I'm not a professional in that regard, but I'm just saying, like, it just seems like there's kind of a lot of stuff in here. Oh my god. Stop! So many. Alright. I mean, we have to be close to the end, right? There's only 5% left we can even find. Oh, thank goodness for invincibility. Iframes. Woo. Okay, well, there's the guy. There's our bud. We're trying to break him out. Break him out of this prison. Why is he in prison? I don't know. The game didn't really tell us that. Alright, yeah, 2% we missed somewhere. But that's okay. We throw some carbonation your way. Like, no, I don't think fish like carbonation. Well, fish also don't like being in like a millimeter high amount of water either, and you didn't seem to care about that, so. Frankly, I think it's you who's drawing the line at a weird place.